start of another vlog. My name is Vanessa. Sorry about the lighting, but today I have a new book to talk about. So the last time I was at Barnes & Noble's, I saw this book and I thought it looked really interesting. The synopsis was great, but the reviews on Goodreads were so bad. It was like a 3.4, and that's like immediate red flag. So my library had the book, so I got it, and it's called Gods Behaving Badly. All I know is that there's 12 of the Greek gods living in one London apartment. So that's gotta be cause for chaos. Do you know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna start this today and I'm really excited. It's not that long. I think the audiobook is like 9 hours. So 2 times speeds is like 4.5 hours. It's 292 pages, not even 300 pages. So I should knock this out fairly quickly, and I'm excited to read it, and I'll let you guys know how it is. But as for today, I actually am at the dentist right now. I'm procrastinating going in, but I am off of work today. The semester just ended, and I'm so glad that it killed me. I'm dead. Anyway, let's go inside and get this over with, and I'll talk to you guys later. So it's a little while later. I've had an outfit change, but I wanted to update you guys on the book. I'm about 10% in, and we've met quite a few of the gods. It's so funny because they've been living in this London apartment for a few centuries now, and their interactions with each other is so funny. So there's Aphrodite, and sometimes Aphrodite hooks up with Apollo, and it was so gross because they were like in the middle of doing it, and then like the word nephew got brought up, and like we all know that Apollo is Aphrodite's nephew, but that was just so uncomfy. And seeing them interact in the modern world, it's so funny because Aphrodite is a bone sex worker. Yeah. Artemis is a professional dog walker, and Apollo is a TV psychic. That's all I know about them right now. I'm sure we'll get to talk to the other gods, but I thought that is so funny. We also just had an interaction between Aphrodite and her son Eros, and that was hilarious. Eros is like Christian now, and he's like, but Jesus, and Aphrodite is just like going off on him. It's so funny. Again, I'm 10% in, and apparently there's these 2 mortals that they're gonna get wrapped up in this. So they haven't like met yet. Like the 2 mortals haven't met the gods yet. So I'm excited for when that happens. But yeah, I just thought that was so funny. I have to update you guys, but I'm gonna keep reading now. Hello, so I'm back with another update. I'm about 23% into it now. So I told you guys earlier how Apollo is a TV psychic. So while he was doing one of his things, there's a crowd, obviously, and Eros was in the crowd and shot Apollo with one of those like fall in love arrow thingies that he has, and so he locked eyes with one of the mortals and is instantly in love now. So this is all Aphrodite's doing, by the way. After that happened and Apollo was in love, Aphrodite went to Hermes and was like, hey, can you bring her here? Like, you're the god of coincidence. Among other things, can you bring her here? So apparently she is a cleaner, and she got fired from her old cleaning job, and now she decided to do freelance cleaning. So she was knocking door to door, and that door happened to be Apollo's. So Artemis hired her, and she's working, and she met Apollo, and Apollo's still just head over heels, and she's very confused. She doesn't know that they're gods. They do go by their god names, but none of the mortals seem to know who they are, which is strange. But yeah, that's where I'm at now. I'm gonna take a break. I'm gonna go walk my dog and just come back and watch some TV. I am gonna pick the book back up later and I'll update you guys later. But yeah, it's not great, but it's not bad. Do you know what I'm saying? Stay. Okay, bad angle. I'm sorry. This is the only way the phone will stay. But I just got off of work. I hope you guys like that little montage B-roll moment. So I've mentioned in previous vlogs that I do work study. So I work at my college's library, and right now we're in between semesters. So the summer semester just ended, and we have about 3 weeks before fall semester starts. So there's like no one here. The only people here are the people who are taking intercession courses, and that's literally no one. So it was very, very slow, but I did manage to get more reading done. I am about 60% in. I have about just over an hour and a half left of the audiobook, so I'll probably finish this either later tonight or tomorrow. But it's really, there's no plot at all. There's no like semblance of a plot at all. I do like our Greek gods. I do like their interactions, especially in the modern day, but there's no plot, and the characters, like the mortals in the story, is just not interesting enough to keep it going. I do want to finish it just because, like I said, I only have like an hour and a half left, but I'm really not enjoying it. I'm gonna be honest, I'm not enjoying it. But as for right now, I'm gonna go home and chillax. I don't know if I'll talk to you guys later today, but if not, I'll see you soon, okay? Hello, so it's been a few days since I last updated you guys. I think I updated you guys last on Wednesday, and today's actually Saturday. Yeah, it's Saturday. So let me update you guys on my reading and whatnot. So on Thursday, I actually finished God's Behaving Badly. I listened to the last part of this book while playing like computer games at work, but it was fine for what it was. It wasn't great. It wasn't great. I'm gonna be honest with you, it wasn't great. But I read it. I didn't feel like any of the characters were like well fleshed out, like they were just there and so two-dimensional. I think the only thing I liked was like the interactions between the gods. We met Hades and Persephone really late into the book, and it was just fine. Like, they're usually my favorite gods, but they're just fine. And the whole book was just fine. I gave it 3 stars. Read it if you want, but like I wouldn't recommend it. And last night, so right now I'm going through a bit of a pirate phase. I just finished Our Flag Means Death on HBO, and I loved it so much. I want season 2 ASAP. Anyway, but I started Tides of Mutiny. There goes the dog. You think this is a pirate book, right? Well, turns out our heroine, Lane, she's sailing on her dad's ship, and her dad is a merchant sailor. So they're not really pirates, and she has to pretend to be a boy to be on the ship because there was an old female pirate, and they assume that all other female pirates are descendants of that female pirate, so they kill them all, right? So she has to pretend to be a boy on her father's ship. And it turns out some other pirate escaped prison and is now looking for her dad, and she's like, wait. So it turns out that her dad might be a pirate, and therefore she might have pirate blood. And now she, God bless. Mama, you gotta shut up. I hate to say it, but you do. While she was on land, during one of the first chapters of the book, she met up with this boy, and this boy was like, OMG, like, give me a ride, please. And she could tell that he was like of nobility. She just kind of assumed that he was a lord, and it turned out he might, there she goes again. And it turns out that he might be a prince. So they're both keeping secrets, and he found out that she's a girl. So they're both keeping each other's secrets. And I think there might be a little bit of a romance. I am waiting until the pirate plotline comes into play, because right now there's just talks of pirates. But I'm waiting for her to actually become a pirate. But today, me and my sister went to a book sale. Our library has book sales, and we got 3 books. So let me show you. So my sister got this one. It's called The Library of the Unwritten. I think it's about unfinished stories, a keeper of these unfinished stories, and then one of the characters from the unfinished story kind of escapes, and she has to kind of track it down, and then of course there's chaos along the way, and honestly it sounded really good. And then I got Girl Gone Viral. I really kind of don't like books who have to do with like technology and social media, but I read the back of this one and I'm actually really excited to read it. So it's about our hero and heroine. They meet up at a coffee shop. Like I think they meet there by chance, and then their meetup kind of goes viral, and so it's kind of thrusts them. I don't know if it's a fake relationship, but it's definitely something. So that just sounds so good. And the last book I got is probably the one I'm most excited about. It's Night. It's a 1969 version of the book, and it's small, and oh god, look, the pages are just so yellowed and it's so great. I actually have a newer version of this book. Let me show you. So I have this version, and I'm so thankful. I got this book when I was in Washington, D.C. at the Holocaust Museum. So this one is from the Holocaust Museum. And this one is an older edition. So if you don't know, this book is a kind of autobiography of sorts of the author and his time in Auschwitz. I think he was about 12. He was a teenager when he was there, and this just kind of recounts that time there, and it's so touching. It's so heartbreaking. But I've read it, I think 3 times already, and I think I've cried every single time. It's great. So that's what I have going on right now. I'm actually working on a puzzle I got from the dollar store. Yeah, so I'm gonna keep working on that, and I will talk to you guys later. Long time no see, and I do mean long time no see. I haven't talked to you guys in about 2, maybe even 3 weeks. I'm thinking 2. As you guys know, I told you earlier on this vlog that it is between semesters right now, and let me tell you, I had like a whole week off from work, and I didn't do nothing. I didn't read. I didn't do anything. And it's even been so long that I dyed my hair. Yeah, I got like these copper. It looks like my whole head's copper except my roots. But yeah. But last night I actually did finish Tides of Mutiny. I returned my copy already to the library this morning. So here's a lovely picture. But yeah, this book took me so long to read, and I think because I had such a big break in between the book that I wasn't able to enjoy it as much. But I did love it. I love the journey. I love the twist. There was always something going on. And even though I kept putting it down and then waiting a long time to pick it back up, I really enjoyed this. So I don't know if I told you guys what it's about, but it's about our heroine, Lainey, and she has to pretend to be a boy on her father's merchant ship, I believe, yes. She ends up taking on this boy. Like, this boy comes up to her and is like, OMG, like, let me get passage on your ship, please. And he pays her a lot. And it turns out he is a prince of the kingdom. And so they're both keeping each other's secrets. This sounds familiar. I think I told you guys. So it's a little bit of a forbidden romance. The romance definitely is not the main plot line, but the little specks that we got were so good, and you could tell their love is just so pure. I loved it so much. Honestly, this book was action-packed, full of romance, and I really liked it. So if you want to pick up a pirate novel, I suggest this one a lot. But I wanted to come on here and kind of wrap up the vlog. Semester is starting on Monday. Today is Friday. So I have one last weekend. So I'm going to take it easy until then, and until next time. Bye!